Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Bart here. I'm going to be working on Alien in My Room, the draft video concept here in Capcut. Keep in mind, I'm not a Capcut expert, so just kind of working on some different scenes, different concepts here. You'll see two YouTube live streams right now. My boy's playing Minecraft, building some crazy stuff, so. Alrighty, so I'm just going through the cues right now and kind of lining it up with the different scene ideas. The concept is to have 4 phases in this video. It's I think it's like a 3 minute, about a 3 minute song. Yeah, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. 3 minutes and 5 second song. So, oh jeez, are y'all even guys? Can y'all even see my screen here? Yeah. Okay. Cool. There we go. So I got cues in the sections where I want scenes and transitions. So this is the opening cue. Actually, this is wrong. These need to be slid over to that cue right there, because that originally had a 2-second delayed start for the audio, which is right there. So the first 2-3 seconds of a video, you'll have to capture the attention of the short span observer. So this is going to have to be modified as kind of a pre-intro with a very catchy visual with maybe some audio cues. So I haven't even scripted that in or considered that as part of the script right now. Just kind of working on the meat and potatoes of the video script. So usually when I write a video script, I'll kind of brainstorm some different ideas based off of what the message or story of the song is, and so Alien in My Room is basically about I don't want to say like being with a partner that may be bipolar or that will change with time, and they become somebody that maybe perhaps you don't even recognize anymore. But it is kind of metaphorical for a lot of relationships that you may have with people. They may not have to be a spouse or boyfriend girlfriend kind of relationship. It could be a relationship with coworkers or friends or whatever, where you no longer recognize the person. So, but the story or song itself is mostly in reference to the relationship where you no longer recognize the spouse that you're with. So the opening line is "Alien in my room, not the girl I once knew." So obviously it's a reference to male female. Cold stare in the dark, that cue. Shadow with no heart. So these scenes here, I didn't really necessarily write an introduction to it yet because I wanted to focus on the kind of meat and potatoes of the operation. So, damn, did I just close that? That sucks. Sorry. Yeah, this is totally unscripted, totally unedited here. Let me hide these. Kill that. So as you can see here, this was kind of the alien twist that I had. I wanted to start off with kind of a normal, beautiful kind of entrance into the video. I had to like, oh, this is just another normal romance music video, right? So it kind of transitions into a little bit of unease. You kind of notice things are off. They're a little off in the video, like things getting a little strange. Little subliminal suggestions that this is not your average video, and then it phases and transitions into the climax right around 1 minute 10 seconds. into the chorus, where basically the woman just completely discloses that she's a freaking alien right in front of the viewer. So, damn, is it not going to open up my previous windows, bro? That's totally sucks. Okay, sorry. I guess I'm gonna have to go back in the Suno. Let me pause this thing, man. Can I pause this? Stop streaming. Dude, does it have a pause function? I don't know, man. I don't do live streaming, so this is screw it. I'm just gonna roll right into it. Hopefully I don't have to sign in from scratch. So I gotta go back into my so I use a couple tools. You got OpenArt, you got Leonardo, you got Kling, you got the VO3. I mean, there's a bunch of different tools you can use to craft video. So, and obviously you can go the old school route. Just go out there, beat the street, get some footage. And honestly, that's probably the best way to go if you're just trying to get some raw material. But if you're a creative mind concept and you don't have millions of dollars to play with and a bunch of free time, you utilize what software, hardware emulation tools that we have available to create artistic works. So that's one of the advantages that we have nowadays with the technology available. So, yeah, this is totally raw right here. So, damn, is it even going to let me log in? Yeah, hopefully. God dog it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to pause this. And stop streaming. And stream will stop and be. Okay, alright, I'm back. I got that back up. So, I had a couple tools open, and I was too quick to pull the trigger and close it out. So I closed all my freaking softwares out. So okay, back into this. So I've been using the Motion 2.0, which is a pretty cheap, not as good as quality as Kling or VO3 or nothing like that. But obviously, if you're on a budget and you're trying to create some, Jesus, my internet. Okay, yeah, you're trying to create some videos on a budget. So as I've been using this Motion 2.0 for this one, the Alien in My Room is it's a creative work that I hadn't really put a lot of motion into it. So it's just something that I came up with and published. So I was like, okay, I'll just put together a video for it and a little storyline, a creative storyline for something. And I'm sure some listeners out there will relate to the song in a way that it touches them or whatever. But it doesn't touch me. I just produced it. I wrote it. I was like, okay, I'm going to publish this. It's an interesting work. So, and the storyline behind it, I was like, I'm going to kind of take and morph this into something pretty strange. So, maybe somebody out there will enjoy, get some entertainment out of the song itself, because I'm not really into the romance songs, but from a perspective of people that deal with relationship issues, I think that it could be a decent, if it has some visual cues put in there, it could be a decent little song. Alright, so I'm rambling on. Anyways, so the different scenes that I did come up with originally was for the she's kind of removing the her eye, and it's glowing, right? But this is what Motion 2.0 came up with. Eyes glow so thin. It's kind of weird, it's very strange, catches your attention. I didn't really like, this isn't how I scripted it. It just kind of came up with this. The hands are weird, which I was like, okay, weird hands. Okay, draws attention, whatever. And this one is like super creepy. Fake smile, evil grin, right? And she turns into a freaking monster, bro. I was like, what is this?
Fake smile, evil grin.
That's pretty epic right there. I was just like, just jump straight into nightmare zone. And we're only 22 seconds into it. I don't know if I want to scare the hell out of people right to start with at 22 seconds. But, you know, it is what it is. Fake smile, evil grin. Because I was supposed to start the story off, kind of phase it into the scary part. So the first 45 seconds of the song, we're only 22 seconds in, should be relatively normal. So the first section here should be relatively normal. So I'm still setting up my cues. In fact, we'll go ahead and finish setting up the cues here so I can kind of get a visual, a timeline visual of where the peaks are. The red ones are climaxes, and the yellow ones are important, and the blue ones are just kind of verses, right? I scream, alien in my room.
Oh, alien in my room.
That's your climax, right? So I have the different scenes climax there. Okay, so let's. So right now you can kind of ignore the video scripts that I have because I still have to put in the cues based off the audio.
Alien in my heart. Alien in my.
Yeah, so. Ay, Dios mío. Alright, alien in my heart. Scrambling my brain.
Scrambling my brain. Scrambling my brains.
So I have to come up with some different ideas for scrambling my brains. I'm not sure how exactly I want to go about doing that. Because if she is an alien, you know, bro, maybe she's doing, you know, crazy experiments on his brain while he's sleeping. I don't know. So maybe we could come up with some scenes for that. Or, you know, maybe he's under some kind of delusional hysteria. You know, it could be that. Maybe he's like in a dream world and it just doesn't look real. You know, so when we do these brainstorming sessions and we're coming up with these different concepts, we're obviously going to try to get our tools to create those visuals using prompt engineering the best we can. Sometimes it doesn't come out the way that we visualize it, but we do the best we can. But these different concepts, could be played out different ways. So I like to try 2 or 3 different concepts. So scrambling my brains. That's not really a peak, but scrambling my brains. Okay. Tearing me apart. Tearing me apart. No, we're not going to tear them apart. We're not going to have a bunch of monsters ripping them apart. We're not going to do that. Not today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. It'd be like the Bob Ross of horror films. We're going to tear the little bunny rabbit apart, but not today. Just go and play, little bunny. Be safe. All right, tearing me apart. Yes, that might be an important. Let me change that. Tearing me apart. It's supposed to be a line that kind of calms you down a little bit, and it's like the downhill of an emotional. Tearing me apart, you know. So bro's like screaming and crying, bro, there's an alien in my room. You know, she's totally confused. It's tearing me apart, you know. So it's downhill slope. Then he goes back into the next story.
Tearing me apart. Not the same girl as before.
Not the same girl as before. Of course.
Not the same girl as before.
Not the same girl as before. You were normal 5 seconds ago. Okay. Not the same girl. I think I already have a line like that up here, which is somewhere up in here in that same emotional territory. Not the same girl as before. Lights off, close the door.
Girl as before. Lights off, close the door.
Lights off, close the door. Which maybe it's like maybe she's a super freak. Super freak. Super freaky. Yeah, no, we're not going there. Okay. No, she's an alien, bro. It's not going to be good. She closes the door and cuts off the light. It's not going to be fun. It's you're done, bro. Okay, lights off. Close the door. Okay, you watch.
Close the door. You watch.
You watch.
You watch. You watch.
I'm not gonna make this long. I mean, I know everybody's got stuff to do. I'm just had a little extra time today, so I wanted to work on this a little bit, kind of get it set up, get the cues set up, get some of the scenes kind of arranged in there. I may or may not go with these scenes. I might do some modifications. I would really like to try out what Clean can do with some of the details versus the Motion 2.0. I know it's going to be more expensive to generate these and try to get the concepts on paper, so or on canvas, whatever the hell you want to call it. You watch. Is she watching? You watch.
You watch. I wait.
You watch. I wait. I wait. What are you waiting for, bro? All I know is if she's in TJ Maxx, you're gonna be waiting a long time. You're just gonna be in your truck chilling. I mean, I don't know if you want to go hang out in those places, but you watch. I wait. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just dialoguing here. You watch. I wait. I wait. What are you waiting for? Now that would be a good scene. Bro just chilling in the truck waiting on, waiting for his old lady to come out of TJ Maxx or Belk or whatever. And he's like super bored. Not doing that. She walks out with a bunch of alien chicks.
Shapeshifter.
Bags full
Go
of
away.
merchandise.
Eyes closed. Shapeshifter. Go away.
Shapeshifter, go away. Which is like saying, hey, where's this normal person that I was with? Shapeshifter. Shapeshifter. Yeah, shapeshifters are real, bro. Okay. All right, so obviously, I mean, y'all can ignore the visuals, but just for laughs and giggles while I'm pulling these cues, I'll just shift these down for you guys so y'all can, the one person or two people that's actually going to look at this live stream. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching.
Shapeshifter, go away. Eyes closed.
Back to Eyes Glow. We're not going to use the same footage, obviously. I think we should, put some normalcy in here amongst all the strange stuff. So you want a little bit of beauty in here to play with people's emotions. Oh, it's going to be normal again. Nope, sorry, nightmare. Okay, Eyes Glow. And Eyes Glow.
Perfect skin.
So we're going back up to the climax again, so that's why I got these. And she's got perfect skin. Perfect.
Perfect skin.
Yeah, she's Little Miss Perfect. Okay. Till you see the alien. Perfect skin. And these should be fairly easy to write scripts for. I mean, because a lot of songs, if you write the way I do, I generally write a story before I write the song. So I have this whole movie or story played in my mind, how something looks and how it feels and the different scenes and the sights and the smell and everything, and then the song just kind of comes with it. Sometimes with the melody, sometimes it's a story and the melody will play depending upon you know the the mood or the environment that the story is taking place in.
Fake smile, evil grin.
Fake smile. I really was kind of thinking. I was like, do I want to show people how I'm putting these together or not? But I figure, what the hell? I'm not gonna get any views anyways. So sure. What few people out there that are checking this out, I appreciate you guys. And yeah, this is how I put these together here. Fake smile. It's not quite at the climax. Perfect skin. That is a climax, so that should be changed to red.
Hairstyle, you change.
That's not quite climax yet. Hairstyle. Anybody knows a better way of doing this? I mean, geez, please leave a comment. Or if you just don't like the video and you think it completely sucks, let me know that too. That's great. Any kind of feedback's good. Good feedback, bad feedback. It's all great.
You change.
You changed. Hairstyle, you change.
Shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter, so fake is a climax. So fake. Shapeshifter, so fake. And that's when she rips her face off. Shows the alien. Shapeshifter, so fake. So fake. My voice is so messed up, bro. I've been out doing concrete work yesterday for fun, building a pond. So.
You change. Shapeshifter, so fake. Alien in my range. Shapeshifter, so fake. Alien in my room.
Alright, so we're back to alien in my room. Programmers. Shit is somewhere I can double click on it, it would pop up.
In my room.
When I originally wrote this, I hear two versions of it. Alien in my room, and then the other one's Alien in my heart. So I did incorporate and mixed and matched up the Alien in my heart versus Alien in my bed. So the idea was behind that this kind of takes place in the one place that you feel like you should be safe, which is your room, right? Your little room, and especially with your spouse, that's supposed to be like your little safety place, right? The place where you can be intimate with the other person. But in this story, it is not the place of safety. It's the place where he witnesses this morphing, scary change, where it actually, the person reveals themselves as an alien,
So fake. Alien in my room.
Damn, that shit creeps me out, man. That is I don't know about y'all, but that is some creepy stuff, bro. I mean, just like that is pretty creepy. I don't know if I'm gonna use these. I like this one because so she's supposed to be taking a selfie of herself, right?
Go away.
Bam! Selfie. That's the selfie. She's a freaking alien, bro. Okay. And this one is super creepy to me too. like he's like supposed to be comforting his wife, and comforting his wife. So if you see her here, I'm pretty sure this is her. No, wait, no, that's him. That's him because you can see the shoulder right there. So she looks normal on the realistic side, in but in the realm that shows the true nature, she's not normal. Or maybe she's maybe she's on fentanyl or something. I don't know. Sorry, that's a dark joke, not funny. But yeah, maybe she's on dope. Okay, she's supposed to be scared. Why is she like groping him? Like, hold on, check this out. So this guy's smart. He's not actually groping her. He's like, what am I looking at? This is she like, sweetie, you've lost too much weight. She's like groping him. So like maybe she's into zombies. Yeah, it looks like she's into zombies, bro. Yeah, she's like, oh, I really like zombies. Check him out. Yeah, she's groping him. That's creepy. So I don't know if I'll keep those scenes in there or not. It's really weird. It's just freaking strange. I don't even. What did I write for that? What was the script? What is the script? We'll get in the script writing. I may or not get into the script writing part with you guys because that to me that's kind of a very intimate thing where I'm doing all the brainstorming, the script writing and stuff. But I don't mind showing this part because this is kind of the meat and potatoes. It's like turning wrenches, I'm not breaking out the calipers or micrometers. I'm not getting into the very intimate details of the creative work. I'm just kind of showing you the wrench turning. Alien in my bed. In my room. In my room. Alien in my bed. If you see something like that in your bedroom, bro, you need to just stop drinking or doing whatever you're doing. Because, like, yeah. I could tell you I got some stories, but I don't want to get banned from YouTube. Not about me, but about, other people. I hope nobody watches this. Scrambling my brain. Scrambling my brain. Making eggs from my brains. Scrambling. Now that's actually a good idea. I don't know why. I'm just thinking about that. So let me just jot down some ideas here. I almost cut one of my fingers off, so I'm having a hard time typing here. Scrambling my brains. I severed the nerves of my left index finger. I can't feel the tip of it. Let's see. Scrambling my brains. Let's see. Okay, chick making eggs. Yeah, this is, what is it? One movie, I saw that one movie, the dude was like cooking brains of this guy that was like sitting in the chair that was totally under some kind of influence or whatever. But the dude was eating his brains right in front of him, and he was like eating his own brains. I was like, hey, this is pretty good. Chick making eggs. Scrambled eggs, be specific. Eggs with a dude standing next to her looking like zombie, and his if I sneeze, that means it's probably not a good scene. Standing next to her like a zombie, and his scalpel. What's the cranial? I don't know. I could just say his head is exposed. Or his brain is exposed. Brian, no. Brain is exposed. Alright, simple enough. Okay. All right, so that's just an idea. I don't know. She's scrambling some eggs or whatever, looking creepy, and he's over there standing there looking like a zombie. Maybe saliva's hanging out of his mouth. He's just standing there looking stupid, and the top of his head is open, and his brains are there. So, what's she making eggs from?
Scrambling my brains, screwing with my head,
Screwing with my head.
screwing with my head.
Right there. Screwing with my head. Yeah, that's blue. So this is a video on how to put cues in here. Using Capcut. I'm sure people, y'all you experts out there, they got no job and plenty of free time, make millions of dollars on YouTube, while the rest of us go to work at 3 a.m. every day.
Alien in my screwing with my head.
Yeah, if you guys got better ways of editing this stuff, man, just leave a comment and subscribe so you can see me be a complete failure on YouTube. Totally great. So, okay.
Alien in my room. Not the girl
Dude, he's running back.
I once knew. Alien in my room. Not the girl. Screwing with my head.
Should have went with some maple drums. I mean, I just like probably will slow down on the rambling here so I can just kind of work.
Alien in my room.
That's supposed to be a climax. Change this to red. Visual references are really important when you're doing any kind of edification, especially, you know, when you're working with beats, timing syncs, you know, any audio visual engineering. I mean, anything in general, like filing systems, record keepings, inventory management, game development, whatever. Visual cues
Screwing with my head.
to allow you to sort information and select information quicker.
Alien in my room. Not the
girl I once knew. Won't let me go to Lowe's and get me some new tools. Yeah, I got this joke that I use all the time. Like, my old lady won't even let me go to Lowe's and look at hammers. That's a different conversation.
alien in my room. Not the girl I once knew. Standing there.
Standing there in the dark with your TJ Maxx bags.
Standing there in the dark. A shadow with no heart. A shadow.
This song is really for like high schoolers, you know, people going through that lovey-dovey puppy dog love kind of thing. Because us older guys, we don't get into all this. I ain't got time for that drama, bro. And you automatically have an understanding that you know, most females are going to go through that point in time in their life when they're batshit crazy. So yeah, that's completely normal. A shadow with no heart. Like, you cut the grass and clean the house and fold the clothes and do all this stuff and buy some flowers and, you know, do all this totally awesome stuff, and it's okay for like 3 seconds, and then after that, yeah, then everything's crazy again. A shadow with no heart? No, it's blue.
A in the dark, a shadow with no heart.
A shadow with no heart.
A shadow with no heart.
This would be a cool song for a dog to sing. Alien in my room. I don't mind making fun of my own songs. It does have a very nice outro. It's really, really pretty. You know, I'm not into pretty songs, but yes, it is pretty.
Alien in my room.
Now, I would like to hear the the Pantera version of this, or you know, something, maybe a Slipknot version. Just kidding. My wife would kill me if I listen to that kind of music. Different life, different time, different life. I'm older and wiser now, so I stick to listen to oldies.
Shadow with no heart. Alien in my room. Alien in my heart.
Bro, run, bro! She's coming. Don't get on the air. Don't get on the aircraft. I mean the UFO.
Alien in my room. No heart. Alien in my room. Alien in my heart.
So, like, yeah, watch me get flagged on YouTube for using my own song. Copyright. No, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Alien in my heart. Screwing with my.
I was screwing with my head this time. Okay. It's basically the same thing. I wonder if there is a logical difference between scrambling my brains and screwing with my head. That could make a very good argument. And then his whole world is falling apart. Maybe it was already destroyed before you even... I mean, like, bro, you're the one that got with the alien. So maybe your life was already screwed up before you got up with it.
Screwing with my head. My whole world falling apart.
It's like you're playing Minecraft and all these blocks are just scattered all to hell everywhere. And you're like, bro, my room's a mess. You know?
Falling. My whole world falling apart.
It was already destroyed before you started building. My whole world falling apart. Okay. Yeah. Okay. World falling apart. Okay, world falling apart. Interesting. Okay. Scrambling my brains. Actually, I need to let's see here. Okay, is that there? World falling apart. Okay. I'll be glad when those nerves heal. I can't hardly type. World falling apart. Let's see. Global alien invasion. Global alien invasion. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. That would be a cool scene.
Falling apart. Alien in my room. My whole world falling apart.
Why is there a rope hanging from the UFO, bro? I don't know. That's just this. It does some strange stuff sometimes. Maybe that's an umbilical cord.
Alien in my room.
No, it's a rope. Maybe it's a drop cord. They're like, hey, bro, maybe it's like the new Tesla. They're like they put the drop cord down. They're like, hey, man, y'all got somewhere to charge up my Tesla? Yeah.
Alien in my room. Alien in my.
If you had to watch this, I'm really sorry. You know, I feel for you. Alien in my room. That's what my wife says about my songs. She's like, "Oh no, not again. I really feel bad." Listen to that.
Alien in my room, oh. Alien in my heart, my whole world falling apart. My whole world. Alien in my heart, my whole world falling apart.
So when the whole world falling apart actually plays out throughout this whole duration, from 2 minutes to 30 seconds, I really wanted to cut the song short here, but then it kind of played out. I just let it play out. So I really wanted to cut it short here. So from 2 minute 30 seconds to 3 minutes, we could show the global alien invasion. 30 seconds worth of global alien invasion. Okay. Yeah. 30 seconds. Or I'll just call this outro. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's how I put all the cues in here. So I'm just going to review this real quick. So we got Alien in My Room. Not the Girl I Once Knew. So what I would do is I would take all these cues and the time markers, and then I would put them into a spreadsheet, and just kind of brainstorm each segment with the different scene transitions, lighting, camera shots, motion, what I'm looking for. So I had made some of these already, utilizing the Leonardo's motion, or the Motion 2.0 in Leonardo, and not real happy with the way that these came out. They're really creepy, but they're not 100% on script the way that I had visualized them. So I may try some other. I could use these as input and maybe try some other tools to kind of see. That is super creepy. What that dude? But it's not moving, so I mean, they could be like in a House of Horrors, wax House of Horrors or something. I don't know what that is. That's just strange. That's somebody wearing a suit. But these here are pretty freaking creepy. I like the concept behind these, but see, she's supposed to be the alien. So, what if he got infected? This is just some zombie dude, and she's like, do. Look, she's groping him. She's groping the zombie. That's creepy. And this scene here was where they were in their bedroom, and it was supposed to be scripted out as the closet, in the closet. I don't know if you've seen the actual album cover itself, but it shows a silhouette of a female standing in front of the closet. Inside the closet itself is these alien-like figures, the gray alien-like figures, and they're coming out of this beam of light out of the closet. And she's in her nightgown or whatever. So obviously, it was supposed to be an intimate moment in the bedroom, but it turned out to be a complete freaking nightmare. And that's how it works out in a lot of relationships. Things, scenes, and situations, scenarios, and vacations you go on, and different stuff. You think it's going to be a beautiful moment. Oh, this is going to be great. Nope, complete nightmare. So. Yeah, that's all I'm going to broadcast today. Just kind of show you the different scenes that I created so far. Like I said, I'm going to try some different tools out, because these did not come out the way that I was hoping. That's kind of cool right there. But I don't want to say I'm picky when it comes to video engineering, but I really want these scenes to come out. I don't have a lot invested in this song emotionally, but I would like these scenes to come out the way that I visualize and design them in my mind. So, Let's play these backward. Oh, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna walk backwards. I'm jumping back into bed. Hurry up, get back in the bed. Let's go. Let's get back in the bed. Everything's normal. Oh, look out. And there you go. Everybody's going back to sleep. I'm gonna stop groping the zombie. And look, she's gonna turn back into a normal person. Let's see what the one looks like with the teeth. Let's see. Oh, she's not really a zombie. She's actually human. Why did I have such? Oh yeah, because I slid. So this one was one where the creature was putting on makeup to show like it's all fake. They're covering it up with makeup. And then the teeth go back in. And then the eyeball. Okay. Yeah, man. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. I think it's Labor Day today, so yeah, dudes, take it easy. Thanks for watching.